seeing a lot of conversation about how men are ruining the club.
I will have you notice the septum piercing theory has not missed yet. Viewer discretion is advised.
Yo, what is going on, guys? It is Taylor the Fiend back again, and today we are taking a look at women being forced to face reality. Don't forget to drop a comment, don't forget to subscribe if you're new here, and let's just jump right into it.
I was an escort for 6 years and my boyfriend had no idea. So my boyfriend and I dated for 5 years and he never knew what I was doing. Most girls who work like I did, nobody knows. Not their boyfriends, not their family, sometimes not even their closest friends. So he was working 2 jobs and I was working like 4 hours a day. I just told him I was working as an influencer, like on Instagram, and I got too confident that he was never gonna find it out, and I left a scribbled email on the kitchen counter one day.
Of course she lied to him about it. She would never be able to get a date with a profession like that.
So he found it weird and he started snooping until he found a website. And on that site, like, you have multiple girls, and he found me. And the thing about this is that it has multiple descriptions, basically reviews. So with my images and also with what I was doing on those visits. He confronted me, obviously, and he was really emotional. I came clean and I told him, like, there was no way that after what he saw I could hide it. And he actually did forgive me, but afterwards, I mean, things were broken. There was a lot of silence and a lot of tension. For 5 years he had never yelled at me. He was a very calm.
She destroyed her relationship by lying to him for 5 years straight. It was never actually going to work. I don't know what these women expect to happen when men find out that they've been lying this entire time.
How much is an eyeshadow palette? How much is like her nails? That's why men like pay for dates and things.
So in a scenario where I could demonstrate that I spend more money getting ready, are you okay with a woman fully paying for the date?
No.
Okay, so then why would that even be an argument then?
Can you repeat the question?
I'm a really high earning guy going on a date with a girl who's not broke, but she makes $70,000 a year and I make $1 million. And I pick her up in a Lamborghini. I've definitely spent more money showing up to that date than she did.
That argument is all about justifying laziness and entitlement. It has nothing to do with equality at all. Equality is pretty much this word that people use when they're actually trying to describe something else that's typically rather insidious.
Yeah, but
So if I show up in my Lamborghini and my Rolex and my custom suit and whatever, I've spent more money in preparation showing up for that date. Should she fully pay for the whole date?
no.
But I spent more money getting ready.
I am never gonna pay for a first date.
She just admitted it. The money doesn't matter. She just doesn't want to pay for the date herself.
Yeah, bro, divorce is the only option. She's not the right wife, bro. Finding a better woman's the only option at this point, honestly. Can't believe she would do that to you, bro. After all you guys have been through, like, it doesn't even make sense. This must be crazy, bro. What the Are you serious?
What the
You just threw my phone.
He said divorce was the only option. She's not the right wife. Are you serious?
I was on the phone with my friend. His wife cheated on him.
Oh. Sorry. I'll go get your phone.
Are you serious?
I'm sorry, I'll go get your phone.
God.
Saying sorry doesn't really make up for what she did. She had no context but lashed out at him anyway.
I can't take you on a date? Why? Oh, okay, no worries. It would work.
Already?
It would work.
Already?
What?
That's...
Who's this? I have no idea what this girl is.
She turned him down, so he's under no obligation to be loyal to her after she said no. It is insane to me how women expect loyalty after rejecting men.
Does anybody else think it's weird that women can expect things from men, but men can't expect anything from women? Like, I seriously want you to stop and think about one thing that it's socially acceptable for a man to expect from a woman. Like, can you think of a tangible thing where if I got on here and I was like, hey, I think in a relationship that women should blah, 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 that wouldn't be problematic or red pill? Because from what I notice, it's like, it's okay if a woman expects men to pay for dates, but that man can't expect the woman to put out. It's okay if women expect men to pay all their rent, but if he expects her to cook and clean, he's a filthy misogynist.
That's because a lot of modern women expect a whole lot of everything while justifying providing absolutely nothing. And then these same women wonder why men opt out of relationships, they opt out of marriage, or they travel to other countries outside of the West to go and meet women who are actually pleasant.
Women can expect a man to facilitate an environment in which they can become a stay-at-home mother. However, that man cannot expect her to become a stay-at-home mother. Like, do you see what I'm getting at here? Personally, I don't think anybody should expect anything from anybody. However, the hypocrisy is crazy to me. And the lack of acknowledgement in the hypocrisy just confuses me. It's like we have certain demographics here who are listing their expectations but not being willing to deliver anything whatsoever.
Say it louder for the women in back. That's definitely going to get me in trouble.
They're not so much expectations as they are just straight up entitled demands, in my opinion.
In all seriousness, this is what's so frustrating for so many men out there. Because they're either trying to find a life partner through all of this stuff, all of the double standards, all of the negativity towards men in general right now. The fact that so many women would pick the bear over a man. Or they've decided to just stay single. They've decided to remove themselves from the game. Most men out there are just so frustrated over these double standards. And if while being single, they've discovered peace and sanity, they're going to stay there. They are choosing peace over this craziness.
A man's peace is all he really has, so of course he's going to protect it at all costs. It's that simple.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Of course, women like that kind of content. It tells them everything they want to hear. I've been telling you guys for ages, right? If you're someone who wants to make a lot of money, you know, the meta seems to be just jumping on the internet and lying to women and telling them whatever they want to hear.
Can I really order whatever I want?
Go ahead.
Are you sure?
It's your night.
I'm looking at that dry-aged porterhouse.
126.
A 32-ounce steak? Bro, she weighs no more than 160. What's she getting a 32-ounce steak for?
She only ordered it because it was the most expensive thing on the menu. Like, how stupid is that, by the way? There were probably other pieces of food on there that were going to be way more delicious to eat, but she just had to choose the thing that was the most expensive because that's who she is.
You guys were so mean to that woman who was upset that no one in the Amazon warehouse was hitting on her. And I don't understand why, because I think it's very easy to understand what she's saying. She has not felt desired for most of her life. People do not find her attractive. No one has been explicitly saying that they find her attractive.
Correct me if I'm confused, but didn't we spend the last couple of years talking about equality? So yes, the young lady who's crying in Amazon, what most of you guys or most of everyone is seeing is what's called equality. Just for a second, close your eyes and imagine a male got on here and said the same exact thing. Women would be roasting him. Dudes would already be roasting him because this is something we understand when you're growing up.
Modern women wanted to be left alone. They literally told men for over a decade for us to leave them alone. And now they're crying because they're not getting attention. How insane is that?
23, recently dating a rich 29-year-old. He's been taking you to expensive dinners, $500 plus. How do I get him to spend it? Personally, he wants to take me on vacation. Okay, so he's using you and enjoying your company, and he's spending money on you and him. Okay, so you can't count that as money spent on you. It's $0 has been spent on you.
Of course it doesn't count. Nothing a man ever does for his woman should ever count, apparently.
I see why I'm starting to see more and more videos on this app of women complaining about not getting the things that they want out of men, or not getting men to treat them the way that they want to be treated. Y'all are stupid. Y'all are stupid because you're taking advice from this dumbass chick. Y'all are being programmed so that way they can turn you into customers. I want you to really think about it. Think about all these female creators that are pushing the male-hating agenda.
They all have courses, books, consultations that they want to sell. I mean, it's rather creepy at this point.
Something that they have in common. Majority of them are in relationships. But then they tell you that you should hate men. But of course, when you go to their page, there's a link on there where they're selling you something in regards to hating men. But the whole time, they're happy in their relationship. Y'all really gotta stop falling for this bullshit. It's been going on long enough.
If they hate men that much, then odds are they are not in a happy relationship. They're probably stuck in consecutive situationships where the men don't actually want to take them seriously.
Are you in a relationship with a woman and you're tired of all that hooting and hollering? Well, here are 5 surefire ways passed down from generation to generation of men on how to calm those ladies down. Number 5, just tell her to calm down. Sometimes women get all caught up in their womaning and forget the basic rules of polite discourse. A gentle reminder to calm down should simmer the situation. Number 4, remind her to relax.
This is obviously a joke. There's no sense in pouring napalm over an argument like that.
This helps the ladies who understand their level of energy is inappropriate, but aren't quite sure what the next step to take. Number 3, you're here, I need you here. This simple physical action can help demonstrate the de-escalation necessary in the situation. Number 4, pretend this is your crazy knob. We need to turn it way down. Again, just another physical demonstration to show them the proper path. And number 1, only to be used in extreme cases. You're acting like your mother, and this world doesn't need 2 that crazy walking around. Just use these 5 simple methods, and you'll never have an out-of-hand lady again. We'll see you next time.
You know there were tons of women who got angry at him for making this joke. I can already tell you.
I've been seeing a lot of conversation about how men are ruining the club.
I will have you notice the septum piercing theory has not missed yet. Viewer discretion is advised.
Vibe, and I was hesitant to weigh in because I am a non-binary lesbian. I understand that I am not desired by a lot of these people, and I don't really care about that aspect of things, but what I have noticed is that they are failing the water test. Now, the water test is when you need water, or one of your friends needs water, and you jump the line to ask the person who's currently ordering for water. This has never been a problem. At a music festival, at a bar, at a club, it doesn't matter. Until recently, people have started saying no.
Okay, so let me get this straight. You are not into men. Fair. But you are conducting tests. The water test. And the water test is if there's a line at a bar or whatever, you skip the line. You go to the person in the front if it's a man and you tell him, hey, get me a water. And if he chooses not to get you a water, he's a bad person.
If you're not attracted to men, then why are you weighing in on the discussion anyway? It makes absolutely no sense.
You lost me at skipping the line. Let me start there. Secondly, don't nobody owe you. If that person does not want to get you water, they don't have to get you water. Wait in line like everybody else. If it is not an absolute emergency, I don't see why anyone would feel entitled to said water. This level of entitlement that some of y'all walk around with is insane to me.
At gay clubs, at straight clubs, men have started saying no. And I just don't understand how you can sit there and ask for all the perks that women get, but you don't bring any of the kindness or respect or just fun that women bring.
That's because many of these women don't actually bring kindness, they don't bring respect, or they're not even fun for that matter. And I don't mean in the, excited, annoying way. I just mean these women are not lighthearted. They'll be a complete pain in your ass, and that's really where it's at.
Like, it just makes no sense to me how you can fail that test because it is the most basic thing in the world to just get somebody some water.
You're doing everything except addressing the fact that they don't have to do these things, and you're not entitled to them doing it. Would it be a nice gesture? Sure. But if that person chooses not to, that's just something you have to accept. And when the f did that become a test? What are you even talking about? And what do you mean by we're asking for the perks that women get? What perks are you talking about?
It doesn't cost you a dime. It costs you, 5 more words? Can I add a water? I don't know if I counted that correctly. Whatever.
It's not the cost or the time that's the issue. It's dealing with arrogant entitlement that is the issue. Many of these women think that, men won't do all this crap because of money or whatever the case may be. But usually it's just because men are trying to save themselves the headache.
But it's just really telling. It's really telling about the state of men and everything like that they would say no to getting somebody water, whether they deem that person desirable or not. Because again, I've seen some of my straight friends baddest around get denied from it as well.
So your idea of men being better is diving into your high level of entitlement. I find it so odd that the only time you guys praise men is when they're doing something for y'all. But the moment we do something for us, or the moment we do something that we don't want to do for y'all, now all of a sudden we're all these things.
Modern women have made it no secret that they hate seeing men happy in any way, shape, or form. How many TikTok videos have you seen of women complaining because a man is sitting down playing a video game or something?
Mom, why you don't just give us this bed if you and Dad get the one bed?
Mind you, her description says granted We are saving for our homestead, which I want more than anything, but still. Bro, Shorty really cut her hair because her husband cut out her bi-weekly salon visits.
And how exactly is this supposed to spite her husband? That has no effect on him at all. And why are you trying to spite your husband in the first place?
Ain't no way in saying she can't get it done once a month. He ain't say it was for no reason. She literally said it's for their homestead, which she wants more than anything. This is actually kind of scary, bro. Like, bro, this is the equivalent of a toddler throwing a fit. This is what this is, but you're a grown adult. Do y'all remember as kids when your mom was like, "No, I can't have it," and so you deliberately like did something to yourself thinking it was going to hurt her? Like, for example, your parents said that you can't have cake, and you're just like, "Bet I'm not going to eat that," and you literally just starve yourself because you couldn't have cake. That's not corrected. They turn into this as an adult. Her husband saving to get them a homestead that she wants, and she's cutting her hair because he's cutting out the bi-weekly salon visits.
That's exactly what this is. Modern women made it clear that oftentimes they're just acting like overgrown children. It's very sad, actually.
Did a husband cross the line when he left his wife at the airport? The husband explained they had about 15 minutes until boarding started, and his wife insisted on going to Starbucks, which was on a different terminal. He told her she didn't have time, but she didn't listen. He waited as long as possible, but when the gate agent was about to close the door, he decided to get on the plane, and the wife did not make the connection.
Yeah, throw the whole wife away. First of all, he was going to visit his daughter.
His daughter is more important to him than his wife's desire for overpriced coffee. I would say that's a pretty good call.
So when the wife decided to go to another terminal with 15 minutes to board the plane, she made him make a choice between her and his daughter. So there was a trip planned before. She overslept, so they already missed the flight. So this is the second time that they're going to try to see his daughter. So when she decided that she was going to delay or just take her sweet time like the plane was supposed to wait for her, then he did the right thing and he got his butt on that plane to go see his daughter.
She's already caused him to miss one flight, so she can miss the next one. Equality at its best.
I hate a man who is active on social media. And
of course they do, because that makes perfect sense.
I don't mean just like has an account. I mean like who are you posting stories for? Why are you posting multiple stories per day?
Well, heaven forbid a guy has a hobby, and maybe, just maybe, they're posting it for themselves and their friends and their family.
That is for girls and girls only.
Says who? Rather sounds like some of those girls are jealous that some of those guys are doing better on social media than they are.
Women like this will gatekeep anything if it means they get to shame men. It is absolutely unreal.
Oh, and I probably should mention, most social media companies are owned by men.
Get off Instagram and go build something.
Ooh, gender role stereotypes. I wonder how they'd like it if guys told her to get off the internet and go cook something.
Like, why am I scrolling on Instagram and I see likes. Get a job.
It rather makes me wonder if someone has so much time to complain about what other people are doing, what exactly do they do for a living?
Like, why are you just on Instagram? Like, oh, that's so icky and embarrassing. Especially when I go through my reels and it's like that. Build something!
The best part is how she'll be offended if those very same men don't like her Instagram stories.
If you do not have money as a man, what is your worth? I'm asking this as a genuine question. Women literally hold the portal to life between our legs, and whether we decide to use it or not, or have the ability to use it or not, it's still there. And that's why women will always be worth what we are. But as a man...
That's not a genuine question. It's spiteful and mean-spirited and proves that she is obviously single. Of course they cry after getting caught. They have to be victims no matter what they do. Make sure you click on one of the videos on screen now to watch more if you liked today's video. Don't forget to take care of yourself, and I will see you in the next one. Peace.